Computer, it's time to go to work. And that is what I've spent the last 8 months doing. So welcome back to the channel. It's been a while, 8 months to be exact. And I've been meaning to do this video for a while, so let's get into it. I made a short film and I hate it. Last year, I completed my diploma of film and television production. My final film for the year was something that I'd been writing and revising and blah, 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 blah. And I thought I had something that I really loved and would be an amazing film and everything would go perfect and I would love every second of it and, you know, I'd get praise and blah, 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 blah. But I didn't. I hated it all. I hate this film. I've never put it out there. I am going to put it out there so you can watch it sort of unabridged. But today we're going to watch it together. And I am basically going to run down exactly why I hate this film. So let's get to it. Hyde by Jack Carey. And I'll be stopping a lot, so if that bothers you, just link in the description, watch the full film. So I do like this bit, because I'm not sure if you can hear it. So you can hear the sort of audio from outside, and I sort of ramped it up in Premiere Pro, and I really like this part. So this part is, I do hate the, I was always intending to change the text to have like a better font or whatever, but I just kept it. Most because I didn't have time. I ran out. I wish I'd turned that TV off, because you can see the TV is still on. Says no signal. Congrats, Jack. Great planning there. And right about here, you can see my shadow. So I love that.
Just a friend.
Just a friend. Just a friend, my ass.
Jay.
I hate the sound design because you can tell that it was recorded after the fact, but there we go. I do like that part. I hate this part. Okay, before I get into this part, I wanted to create like a dream sequence, like something that I really was proud of. It was going to be like my editing masterpiece. It's not. It's actually kind of shit. So I took the same footage and just sort of warped it, added a bunch of effects, you know, glitches, whatever. I went... God, I hate this. Okay, that wasn't good. That just wasn't good. Let's break this down why that wasn't good. It's mostly in the audio design, you know, because there's way too many glitches. There's way too many like, like there's just too much. You know, a couple like in the beginning that would have been good. Like that was good. I like that, but because I like that so much, I added it into the rest of the scene and wasn't great. And I hate that shot. That shot's awful. Like that, except the audio design, because that's a later scene from the film, which, you know, you'll see. But yeah, I just the whole sequence for me just didn't work. I love this. I love this. You can kind of tell here that the color correction is kind of shoddy because some of the colors are peaking, but let's ignore that. Love this shot. That is the first shot I got to use my follow focus on, and I really liked it. This next scene, you're gonna see. So this scene was filmed in 2 periods. So I filmed it initially, then I went back to do reshoots. It was a month apart, and you can tell because my brother decided to get he decided to paint his nails for his birthday party. But he did them professionally, so he didn't want to take them off. So I had to, you know, use my own hands. Those are my hands, not my brother's hands, who is the actor. And you can tell. You can tell. Those are really my hairy hands. And he's not as hairy as me. He's not as hairy as me. I really like this because it was a locked off shot. And I added some sort of a camera shake to it. And I really like how this turned out. Okay, that was not good. That was not. That sounds awful. That sounds awful. This is awful. This whole thing's just bad. See, he's got his painted nails. I couldn't take them out, so they're there. They're there. It was all right.
Come on, Jay. Come on. Come on, Jay.
Like, I like this. I love the lighting in this scene. I love how that shot's out of focus. We'll ignore that. I love the lighting in the sequence. I just had 2 panel lights just off on the sides, and it was great. I also love how the sort of handheld stuff adds a lot more tension to the scene. Again, you can see just all the shit that I forgot to remove from the background, but it's like half a second, so nobody really noticed it. Like, I asked a lot of people and nobody noticed it. I don't like how this scene turned out. I was too loud. Like, there's too much like going on in the mix. There's like, yeah. Yeah, I get what I was going for. The shot went on too long, so I just cut it. Thing is, there's a lot of ideas in the sound design that I really like. That's my girlfriend's sound, funnily enough.
Shay.
Again, the ADR just doesn't hold up.
Shit.
The ADR just doesn't hold up. Had to add that shot in because he took way too long to drive out the driveway. Fuck! I just don't like it. I love this part though. This whole thing is shot. I mean, that's the background's changed. Let's ignore that again. I love how I shot this. Mostly sound design. There's some of it was filmed on location, some of it was not. You can tell that's fake. That's the only thing I don't like about it. But I just love how this whole thing is shot. You can see the softbox in the bottle. This was done, like, the rotate is done, like, physically on set. I was using the gimbal for that. The push-in, all digital. It kind of works. I wish I had, like, a wider lens so that I didn't cut off his head so much, but that's where we are. And again, I absolutely adore the lighting of this shot. Hate that part. I know what I was going for. I was going for sort of like, so you haven't seen it yet, but there's like an evil George. That's what was in the dream sequence. But I wanted to have his eyes be in the exact location as the evil version of him. And it sort of like transitioned between the 2 shots. It didn't work out how I wanted. It looks okay. Like, let's just watch that again. It looked okay, but it's not exactly what I envisioned. Like, I am a fan of this scene. The special effects in it, like, it's not that much. I just had my brother on a green screen. It was all fun and games. But I'm just gonna let you watch it. So, again, this twist and the push in, push out was done in post. I wish I'd had softer light on the FX shot, on the VFX shot, because you can tell very, very easily that this is a much softer light than up here. It's very harsh. I tried to match them, and then in post, I tried to match them. But it's, Also here, so his torso actually comes off like here, because he was on a, like a stool thing. So I just added a black box. Nobody noticed, but I'm pointing that out now. And let's see, how do I frame by frame? Can I frame by frame? No, I cannot. So you can see that he like sits up. There you go. He sits up and like into it, and then it cuts into the next frame. And I really like that. Also really like the lighting in this scene. This is potentially my favorite shot. Like, I kind of love the slide. It was the only chance I got to use my slider. But I also really hate this entire scene.
I'm watching you.
Shut up! Shut up!
Yeah. See, I don't know what it was, but I wanted the whole thing to be like glitchy and like all over the place. But I don't know. That was like a stylistic choice sort of after the fact. I knew while filming it that I wanted to do that. But I didn't know exactly how I wanted to do that. So this is what we got. It's all right. Again, sound design, just like...
Leave me alone! Go away!
dislike. Big dislike vibes. Again, most of that was filmed 2 months apart or whatever.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
I just hate it. I don't need to explain why I hate that. That's just bad. That's just kind of embarrassing, honestly.
George!
Hey, look, it's me. And I look incredibly fat. Love that. George, funnily enough, was actually... I used our real names because, like, it was just easier because George isn't an actor.
Fuck's sake, George, where the fuck are you?
Again, ADR, like, ugh. Phone was amazingly underexposed.
Fuck's sake.
Like, it's competently shot, I guess. I also broke my bed doing this. Because I'm fat.
George? Jesus, George.
Again... Okay, there's a funny thing. That's the script. That's the script. Because you'll see this scene is like a split screen scene. So one of us had to be like saying the other line. Well, we didn't have to say the other lines, but you'll see. That script is there for like half a second again. Nobody noticed, but I know. And now you know.
What the fuck, George? First you and Chad at shop
It's
for
gone.
dinner,
Like there's a line here.
and then you don't answer your phone
Goes,
for 2 days.
Evil George. I'm very proud how
Either
that
of
shot
you.
came out. This whole
was
sequence,
busy.
honestly, I'm quite proud how it came out.
What?
I had to also punch this in because it was like wider, but you can see the reflect just back here. You can also see the whiskey bottle that he drank earlier.
George, what the hell is going on? Jack,
Oh, yeah, you can kind of just see the shadows sort of changing because the line goes, it sort of like goes up like this and around just to like avoid any sort of non-lines or whatever. But like, I'm still proud of how it turns out.
I'm just, the only thing you are is fucking
I wish I had more of a
dead.
light over there so it didn't
George.
shadow him, but it kind of works.
Sorry. Where's Che? Now you're in trouble. She's not picking her phone up either. Look, what was
I had that that da-da, like it's like in the mix basically every time Evil George comes out, so it's sort of like a audio representation of it. Again, good idea. On the execution.
I don't know. You don't know. George, she's your girlfriend. A couple days, maybe.
I love George's performance,
to get
though.
that scene
I
too.
do love his performance.
I'll take you to the hospital on the way to hers. Wrong choice. Jack, please. You coming? Yes.
Again, I cut his head off with the shot. Why didn't I just have the camera slightly up? Oh, well. And you can see the softbox.
George, what's wrong?
My parents, this was filmed at my parents' house. They were not happy about that blood splatter on the roof, I can tell you that.
A fun fact, 6 months later, it's still kinda there. My bad.
Also, this shot is kind of out of focus, which I hate. And that's Hyde. Short film I made for college. It's all right. Like, there's definitely parts of it I'm really proud of. Yeah, see, I just used everyone's names. Like, there's parts that I'm proud of, but there's also just parts that I would completely just change and refilm. But that's basically my first completed, like, short film that I, you know, wrote, direct, edited, everything. The first one that I've done since, well, since this one.
Look, you can't be me. I'm me. I'm kind of from a different universe. Wait. What? An alternate universe? You can't be serious. Do you think I'm that stupid? Okay,
And I'm proud that I did it. It's not my best work. There are parts of it that are. And there are just parts of it that I wish I did differently or just didn't include all up. I mean, it's a very high concept. Not to like be up my own ass. It's a very complicated thing for a first proper short film. I should have honestly just done a regular drama, but I wanted to add, you know, all the special effects and all the sort of glitchiness and sort of otherworldly aspects. And some of it just didn't work. And I don't know if this is like me saying my stuff shit, but other people like it. Because everyone I've talked to says they really do like it. Even my girlfriend, which she's my biggest critic in like the best way possible. If I make something that's shit, she will tell me that it's shit. And I really appreciate that. But even she likes it. So I don't know if it's me saying, you know, my stuff shit just because I made it. But I can objectively see why there's things in here that I don't like. But you never know. I might look back in 10 years after I've made a whole bunch of other stuff and just be like, that wasn't too bad. It was a good starting point, which I still think it is. I think it's a great starting point. It's taught me a lot, you know, scheduling, how to deal with actors, even though, you know, the actors were me and my brother. Lighting. I learned so much on lighting, and I think that's this film's strong suit. It's lighting. Even now, like, I'm using lighting now. The lighting now is better than it was my first YouTube video. But yeah, that's my short film, Hyde. I hope you guys enjoyed this sort of look into it. If you want to see the film, you know, without me stopping and talking over it, it's in the description. It's public on my YouTube channel. Go watch it. And I hope you guys have a great day. If you have any questions about the sort of making of this, just let me know. I can do another video that sort of doesn't critique it as much as physically tells you exactly how I did stuff. There's effect shots in there that if you want to know exactly how I did it, just let me know. I'll make a video on it. I've got not much else to make videos on. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Hopefully not in another 8 months.